DNA testing has confirmed that the man driving the I-20 car involved in the blast near Red Fort in New Delhi was Dr. Umar on Nabi, which is after samples from his mother were matched with the remains that were recovered from the blast site. Now, although an official confirmation is awaited in the matter, this is what has come to light. Also, Red Fort EcoSport registered in the name of Dr. Umar was found parked outside a house near Khandavali village in Faridabad on Tuesday. This hours after Delhi police issued an alert and even shared details of the car with the Uttar Pradesh and Haryana police. The Delhi registered vehicle was recovered and examined by the National Security Guard Bomb Disposal Squad that was accompanied by a sniffer dog. Police said that the area within a 200-meter periphery was cordoned off. Over 10 nearby houses were evacuated as a precautionary measure. The search for the car began after investigation into the blast revealed that the another car, in addition to the I-20, was involved in the blast. The police believes that the EcoSport was used for reconnaissance before the blast. New CCTV footage that has surfaced captures the exact moment the I-20 car exploded. The video shows the slow-moving car erupting into flames in rush hour traffic, damaging nearby vehicles and buildings. Sources say that before the car blast on Monday evening, Umar stayed at a mosque in Asaf Ali Road near Ram Leela Maidan. After leaving the very mosque, the accused then went straight to Suneri Masjid parking lot and parked his car in the parking lot around 3:19 p.m. He left 3 hours later, that is minutes before the blast took place. The Union Cabinet, meanwhile, passed a resolution calling the blast a terror incident. The resolution was passed shortly after a meeting that was chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It called the explosion a heinous terror incident perpetrated by anti-national forces. Parallelly, US has offered to help India with the probe. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, commenting on India's resolution, said that it was clearly a terror incident. Lauding the country's professionalism in handling the investigation, Rubio even said that the US offered to help, but India is doing a good job and does not need its help. And we are now being joined by our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur. She is joining us live from Khandavali village in Faridabad. This is the exact location of the red EcoSport car, which was recovered by security agencies last evening. Dharamjot, tell us, what are you learning in the latest as far as the probe is concerned, and also the link of the car that has now surfaced in connection with the blast probe?
Well, Samiksha, it's been a long night here for security agencies and police personnel after the red EcoSport car in question that police was looking for was finally found here in the Khandavali village. Now, behind me, about 300 meters away, is where the car is currently located. This entire area, as you can see, there's police personnel standing over here. Nobody's allowed to go beyond this particular checkpoint. There's a beeline of police vehicles. Rapid action forces are present over here. NSG commandos also came in late last night, early this morning. Bomb disposal squad has been here for quite a while now. Forensic specialists are yet to arrive on scene. They are currently not present over here. But a lot of activity has been going on with respect to searching the vehicle thoroughly to try and find out what kind of connection it has to this entire incident, the explosion that took place on Monday evening near Red Fort. Having said that, there are a lot of details that are still mainly speculative, mainly source-based. There is no official confirmation from either the investigative agencies or police that is present over here. What we do know for sure is that late last evening is when the vehicle was found here at an abandoned plot in this village, after which all investigative agencies, different security forces came together over here to cordon off the entire area. What has or has not been found in the vehicle is yet to be ascertained. As we have learnt, there are sources telling news agency ANI that the DNA of Dr. Umar has matched with his mother's DNA that was taken from Jammu and Kashmir. There is no such development with respect to the red EcoSport car in question as of now. Investigation about it is still still underway. A few cranes have arrived over here. They could be dismantling the car after checking it thoroughly and then probably taking it to different places for further inspection, Samiksha.
Yes, stay with us, Dharamjot. And rightly put, with all the details emerging, all of this is all within the realm of investigation. But if we were to join the dots as far as the investigation is concerned and the details known so far, if you can run us once again through the modus operandi of the accused as far as the blast is concerned.
Well, again, Samiksha, all of this, from what we know, the trajectory of this investigation is pointing to the terror module that was busted here in Faridabad. Now, this village falls within the district of Faridabad. Al-Falah University, which has been at the epicenter of this investigation and scrutiny, given the trio of suspected doctors whose connection goes back to that university, that is roughly about 15 minutes from here. So the district of Faridabad clearly has a lot of activity going on with respect to this particular investigation. Having said that, all of these connections, again, like I mentioned, are still under probe. There are parallel probe agencies conducting different layers and levels of investigation. There's CCTV footage that is being analyzed every single day. We just saw a clip of a CCTV footage which captures the exact moment of the explosions that came to light late last night and early this morning. Having said that, CCTV footage is now being traced to try and also understand the trail of Dr. Umar, who is a prime suspect in this particular explosion. Also, again, connecting it back to the DNA, which sources say confirms that his presence in the I-20 car that exploded near Red Fort on Monday evening. So there's a lot of information that's coming in parallelly, but again, all of this information is primarily source-based. It's not confirmed either by police or investigating agencies. But having said that, all of these connections are pointing back to the Faridabad terror module that was busted earlier this week. Monday morning is when major news of it came. Monday evening is when the explosion took place near Red Fort, just a few kilometers away. So there's still a lot functioning in the grey area, Samiksha. We do not have absolute confirmation which connects point A to point B. But again, all of this, like you said, is within the realm of investigation. Whether it completely connects the dots with Dr. Umar, the other two doctors in question, that is still to be confirmed by police and the agencies, Samiksha.
Yes, just last question, Dharamjot, before we let you go, if you can once again talk to us about the other two doctors who are also under lens in the blast probe.
Dr. Shaheen and Dr. Muzammil, I'm assuming are the doctors that you're talking about, Samiksha. Yes, a lot of connections are also being drawn on that front. As our correspondent in Jammu and Kashmir is keeping track of all the raids that are being carried out, all the connections that are emerging with respect to people that these two doctors have spoken to. Simultaneously, there are connections and a trail of evidence that is being investigated with respect to the third doctor, Dr. Umar, who was suspected to be in the I-20 car that exploded on Monday evening. So all of these three doctors, again, what kind of conversation they had with each other, what is the timeline of that conversation? We do not have complete verified details of that yet from the agencies. But like I mentioned, the parallel investigation that's going on with respect to forensic analysis, with respect to the cars that are being, whose routes are being trailed, whose ownership is being trailed, what kind of involvement they have in this entire plot, the three people who are their handlers, if at all there is anybody, which group. I mean, we do know that the Jaish-e-Mohammed group is under scrutiny given the connection of Dr. Shaheen in this particular case. But again, what level of connection is there? From how back have they been connected to terror groups? What kind of modus operandi has been operating not just here in Faridabad or in Delhi, but even all across the country? All of those details are still surfacing, Samiksha. But I think it's important to reiterate again and again, all of these details are, again, it's source-based information. It is not an official remark or official statement by police. Conclusions of this particular evidence is yet to be expected since it is still underway. As you can see behind me, where I'm still standing at the Kandavali village, the red eco sport is still over here almost 12 hours after it was found late last evening. But again, what emerges from that will further help us connect any dots or draw observations with respect to who parked this car over here, when it was parked, what involvement does this particular vehicle have with the entire entire plot that is under scrutiny at this point. There's also a lot of CCTV footage, Samiksha, that is emerging for Dr. Umar. We're seeing him at different locations now, be it Sunheri Masjid, be it the Turkman Gate, the mosque near Turkman Gate. So that entire area, again, going back to Red Fort and Chandni Chowk, is also going to remain in scrutiny to try and establish a trail of all of these doctors, especially the 3 doctors that are under the spotlight, Dr. Umar, Dr. Shaheen and Dr. Muzammil. But what level of involvement they had, what exactly was the plan, whether the blast that happened on Monday evening went as per plan or whether something went wrong and the explosion was premature, all of those details are yet to be figured out, Samiksha.
All right, Dharamjo, thank you for getting us all those details and putting it in context. We will keep coming back to you for more updates.